43.8. That's where I found my post on acrylic painting ideas when I checked Google Search Console last week. So what's the big deal? That's a terrible ranking, 43.8. Why am I making a video about this? Well, because even at 43.8, it's still getting some traffic. It's getting impressions, it's getting clicks at 43.8. And acrylic painting ideas, that keyword has over 10,000 searches a month. So my thinking is, if I can just get that moved up a little bit in the rankings, I'm going to have more traffic to my site. And more traffic to my site means 3 important things. It's probably going to mean more ad revenue. There are affiliate links on that post, so potential for affiliate income. And I don't think that this is going to be a post that's going to get a ton of email subscribers, but that's always a possibility too. So more traffic to the site should equal more money for me. So I'm going to show you everything that I did to try to move that post up a little bit. These are all things that if you have a blog and an email list, you can 100% do as well. There's no finding people to link back to you. It's nothing like that. These are all on-page things and linking things that you can do yourself. So let's go look. All right, here we are inside of the post. The first thing that I did, and the first step that I think you should always take when you're trying to figure out how to improve the ranking of a blog post that you've written, is improve the blog post itself. Add some more value. So I looked at some of the other posts that were ranking higher than me for acrylic painting ideas, and I made sure to add in anything that they were including in their posts that I wasn't. So first thing that I did was added this little section right here, what makes acrylic painting perfect for beginners, because one of the keywords that I was ranking for is acrylic painting for beginners. So I thought this would be really important, not just to signal to Google, hey, this is for beginners, but also for the beginners that come to this post to see why acrylic painting might be perfect for them. So I added in just a quick bullet point list with all of the reasons that it's a good idea for a beginner to try acrylic painting. So that was step 1, adding some additional value, making sure that if somebody else was covering it in their post and they were ranking higher than me, then I'm going to cover that in my post as well. Obviously, in my own way, I'm not copy and pasting anything, but that was really important to add that additional value, especially as that first step, because that's really what it's about, is creating a valuable post that people are going to read and spend time looking at. That's probably the most important thing that Google is going to look at when it comes to where to place your blog post in those rankings. So make that your step 1. The second thing that I did was head over to Google Search Console again and look at what keywords that post is actually ranking for. So obviously acrylic painting ideas is in there somewhere, but it's not even the top and it's not what's getting clicks. Acrylic paint designs is something that I probably don't have in the post. So I took that keyword and I went back and added that in. Specifically, so then I saw this one, summer acrylic painting ideas for beginners. And I was like, ooh, acrylic painting ideas for beginners. That's a great keyword to have in here. And that's why I went back and made sure to add that in. Easy acrylic painting ideas, same thing. Acrylic painting ideas, easy. So that idea of beginners, easy, that was already part of the post anyway because they were all easy ideas, but I made sure to include that beginner keyword and that easy keyword into both, not even just the text, but also into headlines in the post as well. So number 2, go back to Google Search Console, see what keywords that post is ranking for, and make sure you're covering them in the post. The third thing I did has nothing to do with improving where the post is ranking, but it is hopefully going to help me make a little bit more money from the post. I added in an affiliate link to a subscription service that I use called Creative Bug. It's got a ton of awesome craft tutorials, and this is obviously a perfect post for that. I'm talking about some of the tools that you need to make acrylic paintings. It's a really good idea to have an option where you can go learn how to actually do acrylic paintings from a real artist, which is what Creative Bug allows you to do. So I added in a little section about Creative Bug and the acrylic painting class that I'm going to take. So that's going to give me that opportunity for affiliate sales in this post in addition to some of the tools. And it makes sense for the post, I think. We're talking about easy acrylics. We're talking about acrylics for beginners. Those people might very well be interested in learning how to actually do acrylic painting and not just looking at these awesome tutorials on YouTube and on blog posts, but to actually have that opportunity to go, wait, I can take a class online. That sounds awesome. I'll do that. So if you're going in and updating the post because you want to improve the search rankings, you might as well look for places that you can make more money once it does. The next thing that I did was look for places that I could do some interlinking. So I looked for posts on my site where I could link from to put a link to that acrylic painting ideas post. And I want to reiterate, if you're not following along in the whole series of how I'm reviving this 11-year-old blog that makes $8 a day, just remember I have 641 published posts on this blog. So I had a lot of opportunities to link to this post from my own posts. I'm not talking about going out and trying to get other people to link from their site back to yours. This is just interlinking on your own site. This is something that if you've got more than a couple of blog posts, you can do this too. So the next thing that I did was head over to Canva and make some pins for this post. I do have a Pinterest account for this blog, so I made 10 pins, published them on Pinterest, and we'll let them do their thing. The reason that I'm doing this is not because I think pinning something on Pinterest is going to suddenly bring me a flood of traffic. But every time someone does see the pin and clicks through to my site, it's a nice little indication to Google, hey, people are clicking on this, they're reading the post, maybe we can move this up a little bit, Google, in the rankings. So pinning was the next thing that I did. And if you've got a Pinterest for your blog, there's no reason that you can't do this too. The pins, I literally just make a template and go through and change some colors, maybe some fonts, small changes, make 10 pins, and get them posted. I just use the Pinterest scheduler right on Pinterest. I can have this done in half an hour. So the last thing that I did was send an email to the email list for this site. This site's email list happens to be on MailerLite, so that's what you're looking at here. And all I did with this email was just talk a tiny bit about acrylic painting and put a couple of links in to the post that they can go look at. I did also mention that subscription service in the email as well. I got a few clicks, got 2 clicks, but obviously the post itself, we can see the metrics right inside of the preview of this email. 20 clicks through to the acrylic painting ideas post. So that's again an indication to Google, somebody clicked on a link and came to this post and now they're sitting here and reading it. So Google, do your job, move it up. We don't want to be 43.8 anymore. Let's see what like 20 will do, okay? So that's the 6 things I did to try to improve the ranking of this acrylic painting ideas post. I added some value to the post by adding that additional content. I went to Google Search Console and looked at what other keywords the post is ranking for, and I made sure to add those into the body of the post and also into some headlines. The third thing I did, again, is not going to help improve where it's ranking, but it is hopefully going to help me make some more money from the post. I added that section on my favorite craft subscription, and that is an affiliate for me. Hopefully that'll make me a little money. I did more interlinking on this post. I went through my 641 posts and found 3 more places that I could post from to this post on acrylic painting ideas. I went over to Canva and made some pins and pinned those on Pinterest. And finally, I wrote an email to my list to let them know that this post exists and that they should go visit it. And they did. So that's it. That's 6 things that if you've got a blog and an email list, you can do those things too. It does not require you to go ask anybody to link back to your site. These are all things that you can just do on your own with your own blog posts, your own Pinterest account, your own email list. You don't have to go ask for links, I promise. So give those things a try. Go find a post that you'd really love to see move up in the rankings. Try those things and give it a little bit of time, a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and see if that ranking doesn't improve a little bit. If you want to follow along with this journey of me rebuilding my 11-year-old blog from $8 a day, then hit the subscribe button and there's a playlist where you can see the videos that I've already done too.